Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're ready for the next bout. I've got to get a little bit of CC love. How about it? Are we ready for our next bout? Come on, Corpus Christi. You're getting better. You're a lot better in Dallas, I'll tell you that right now. How about one more time? Corpus Christi, are you in the house? Here we go. Bout number 4. This is going to be in the middleweight division. Let's meet our first contestant.
Back to the action, Battle of the Bay 3 in the American Bank Center Water Garden Room in Corpus Christi, Texas. And I am Brent Belsky here with Ron Guerrero.
Ron Guerrero, yes I am. We're here enjoying a great boxing show.
Man, what a great, let's just say first of all, Raina Productions, and thank you KSAT.com. What a great start to this. And we're not even at the main event yet. This has been an exciting bunch of fights.
I'm excited. I mean, these guys are throwing. I mean, these guys are fighting. They're letting everything out in the ring. And honestly, that's the best way to go. Lay everything in the ring. You have no regrets. Either you win or you lose. That's it. Plain and simple.
All right, we have Serna come to the ring, and now the hometown kid, Steve Belmontes. I'll tell you what, I even love this song. This is some Tupac going. This got me ready to go.
Oh, yeah. You got some beat to it. But this Robert Serrata guy, it looks like he's 3-0, and he's from Bebo.
Okay,
so he's local, I guess. I mean, he's a local guy from Bebo. So, you know, he started when he was 16 years old, so this guy got some experience.
All right, now
both these guys do.
Now this is Steve Belmontes coming to us from Corpus Christi. His brother Jerry already established, and we'll talk more about it in a second. But he's fighting at a higher weight than he's used to. So let's cut to we'll come back and talk about it in a second.
All right.
Number 4. This is in the middleweight division, scheduled for 4 rounds, 3 minutes of action in each round. Now we turn to my right, and the blue corner. As a professional, this young man, he knows no defeat. 3-0 in his campaign. He stands in at 5 feet 11 inches, weighing in at 163 pounds. Out of Beeville, Texas, he's in the red trunks with cheetah print, Roberto Serna. And across the ring, boxing out of the red corner, with a record of 2 wins against 1 loss at 5 feet 8 inches. He weighs in at 161 3/4 pounds. Out of Corpus Christi, Texas, the black and white, Steve Belmontes.
All right, we are back. Justin Jawbreaker, Jones, Brent Bilski, and Ron Guerrero here for Battle of the Bay 3. We got Serna Belmontes, the hometown kid. And apparently, you talked to Belmontes, but he's telling me the Serna kid, 3-0, and just looking at the two seems more in shape and ready. Am I incorrect in that statement?
Yeah, if you're going by looks, but that's not always the case.
Okay.
So we finna find out right now.
Because here we go, the first of a scheduled 4-round middleweight bout.
And let's see what's going.
Now they are not wasting any time, are they?
They're not. They're both throwing combinations. They're both standing their grounds. Both of them are.
Yeah, they're both coming out, look a little tense. I think they need to calm down a little bit.
Trying to settle the pace.
Yeah, because you can see things a lot better once you calm down.
All right, now I know the Belmontes a little bit myself, and his brother Jerry, known as a great counterpuncher, I guess his brother, he drank a different water growing up because he's a puncher.
Oh, this one likes to come at you. He looks more aggressive. He's like he likes to throw more punches, more combinations, and he likes to come forward.
All right, now Serna so far seemingly maybe a little bit quicker, a little bit more of a counterpuncher so far. Would that be your take, Ron?
Yeah, exactly what he's doing. He throws a little bit more combinations, a little bit more elusive, but Belmontes just keeps coming forward, put that pressure, it could change.
And Jawbreaker, I would say that the Serna is the first one I've seen really try to establish a jab early on. It seems like he's actually trying to keep that distance. Looks like he's got a little length there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he should be doing, using his jab and keeping the distance, because that's where he's going to be more effective with them longer arms.
Now, I was talking to a Jawbreaker about this. Met actually Belmonte's mom, Esmeralda, outside during the intermission, and he usually fights at 140. He's fighting at 160. What kind of difference does that make to you when you fight that much higher in weight?
It could actually slow you down physically, but mentally, if you're training and you're prepared, it really won't really do too much.
A couple nice hook shots there from Belmonte. First time we've seen one go to the body. All right, Jawbreaker early on. What do you think of these two fighters?
I think they're going at it, man. I think right now it's really not settled. They're both tense, but it's really starting to slow down a little bit.
A little blood on Belmonte's there in his left ear. How do you get a man's ear to bleed? Oh, big hook by Belmonte.
It looks like that. It sure does. You know, Robert Serna look like. He's a taller guy. He should fight tall and stay away. Use that reach that he has.
Now,
Belmonte needs to just keep coming forward like he's doing.
Now, Jawbreaker, you were talking off the air about this. When you come up in weight, you maybe don't have the same amount of power. It looks like Belmonte's hit some shots, and they're not really phasing Serna. Maybe if he was like he was at 140.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes when you come up in weight, not all the time, but a lot of the times, you don't have the same pop you had at the lower class because that's not originally your weight.
Now, just real quick, Belmonte's starting to savage that jab a little bit, but go ahead.
No, I'm just enjoying the fight right now.
Okay.
This fight favors Belmonte being close like that.
You think so? You think so?
Yeah, being close in distance gonna help the fighter with the shorter arms, the shorter fighter.
All right, well, round one in the books. Let's get everyone's opinion. Who do you think won round one?
I want to say it was tied.
You're going to say
they both had their moments. All
right, Jawbreaker, what do you think? Who won round one?
It was a toss-up. It was a toss-up to me, but I thought Belmonte by a slight edge.
It looks like by the end of it, they settled in a little bit. I would expect the second round we see a little bit more. They're calmer. They're in their rhythm now, and maybe a little bit of a cleaner round this time.
Yeah, I think that they wanted to be more aggressive, but coming up in weight like that, his mentality might be to try to be quicker, and physically it's not going to happen.
All right,
so you never know.
Jawbreaker, if you're Serna, we want to keep that jab going, right?
Yeah,
keep that distance?
Keep that jab going, keep that distance. And if you're Belmonte, you want to get in there. Man, I was watching him during the break. He didn't sit down in the corner. He stood up, so that lets you know mentally he's in another place. He's up and he's ready.
All right, that's it. I didn't even notice that. So, yeah, not even resting. And it is 4 rounds, so it's pretty much at a middleweight. 4 rounds, you can go all out.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
Oh, great counter shot.
That was a nice, Serna establishing.
So you're starting to see a little skill come out of Belmonte now that the pace settles a little bit.
Comes from a family of boxers, as we discussed earlier. Mm-hmm. And as we'll see later in the main event, it's just when you're born and raised with it, you just learn a lot of little tricks that you fight someone early on in his career, they just don't know yet.
Oh, yeah, and it also helps that he had 120 amateur fights, That also put
120?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is a very experienced fighter that we're talking about here.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you, this kid Serna, 3-0 undefeated. He's landed some shots here, Ron.
Yeah, he sure is. He's standing his ground. He's fighting tall. He's throwing his good combinations, using his reach. Really trying not to smother his shots.
Left shot landed on Serna's chin there from Belmontes.
Yeah.
That might have been the cleanest punch of the fight so far.
You can really see the difference in class starting to emerge. Belmonte is a more skilled fighter.
As an experienced fighter yourself, You're saying just technique, skill-wise?
Yeah, skill-wise, setting up shots, doing little tricks, counter shots. You're starting to see that come out now in this round.
Yeah, Serna maybe starting to swing a little wild here, Ron.
Yeah, he is. He might not be used to that pressure that Belmonte is giving him.
Another left hook from
He's
Belmonte.
coming forward. He's coming forward with his punches. A lot of fighters can't take that.
Yeah, it looks like Belmonte is kind of wanting him to come in, waiting, and that counter left has landed a couple times this round, pretty flush.
Oh, yeah. It's like he's trying to set him up, is what he's actually trying to do. Belmonte seems like he's more I want to say the aggressive, but he looks like he wants to land a good shot.
Now, if you're Cerna, though, are you winning on points because you're staying so aggressive, even if you're getting landed with a couple flush shots?
Yeah, Cerna wants to stay fighting on the outside. It looks like Belmonte wants to fight on the inside, so it looks like to me.
And there he goes again with that body shot there. Cerna doing a good job, though, keeping that jab established.
Yeah, keeping that jab. Belmonte has to push past it and get on the inside. That's where he's more effective.
And it looks like Cerna will remember to establish that jab, but he is, still coming up as a fighter. He'll get into these brawls. This is the last place he wants to be with Belmonte, right? Am I correct?
Last place
you're right.
he wants to be.
That's where he wants to be. Some guys are comfortable in the pocket.
Yeah, I would say, Jawbreaker, that Belmonte looks pretty comfortable even in the flurries like that.
Yeah, he looks like he's...
Come on, fans, give it a round. Another great round of professional boxing.
All right, well, that's round number 2 in the books. Do you give an edge to Belmonte in that round?
Yes, I do. He was more aggressive, throwing more combinations, especially when they were on the inside.
All right, would you say Belmonte's got that round?
Yeah, I definitely say Belmonte's got that round. He showed a little skill, landed clean shots, landed the more effective punch. Definitely Belmonte.
Yeah, and I would say now he's taking a hit now, has Cerna. He's taking a couple of those left hooks. Does that maybe change his aggressiveness going in now that he knows, I'm kind of walking into some left shots right now?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're a fighter, you don't want to get hit with it clean shots, so you should change up something, And I'm starting to see, I'm looking this round, Belmonte is taking a seat.
Yeah, exactly. And Riley, I was just saying, now he's learned that this guy can counter and hit him with a couple left-hand shots. What do you expect? Do you expect Cerna in his corner to try anything different this round?
No, I expect him to keep what he's doing. Stay fighting on the outside. Just throw more combinations, just like he's doing right now. Using his arm reach, fighting on the outside.
All right, round 3 was scheduled 4 here. Steve Belmonte versus Robert Cerna in a pretty evenly matched fight so far, although the edge might be going to Belmonte. As Jawbreaker says, a little more experience, more savvy, but Cerna's staying aggressive.
Sure is, sure is.
He's really trying to use that jab, and that's what he should be doing.
Yeah, I would say he's got at least a couple inches in reach on, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. What he should do is stay behind that jab. That's Belmonte's game right there, fighting on the inside.
That left shot by Cerna is more one of the almost there is what I want to say.
He wants to land that overhand right, so it looks like Belmonte is trying to set him up for that one.
Now, Jawbreaker, am I wrong? It looks like Cerna may be losing some gas in this round. His power punches don't seem to have quite the pop they did the first round.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Because he's throwing a lot of punches.
And even in a 4-round bout, if you keep up this, punch pace, you can get gas.
Yeah, especially if they're not effective. If you're landing glove and missing, you're throwing all this. If they're landing and they're hurting, it don't matter, But if you're wasting energy and you're not creating any effect on the other guy, it's going to work against you and it's going to tire you out.
And I would say this: it seems like Steve knows how to slip. It seems slippery and hard to land on, man. Cerna's trying for his credit.
He is, and it seems like, Belmonte is a little shorter. He's more elusive. See, he's slipping and moving.
Now we got some action in the middle. A couple nice hooks by Belmonte. Cerna tried to counter with that right, but once again, Belmonte slips. Much like his brother, Jerry was great at that. I don't know if you ever saw Jerry Belmonte's fight.
Yeah.
Great defensive fighter.
Very.
Yeah, he got some of his brother's tricks in it.
You think so?
Hell,
It might have worked
That's
out
what
a
I'm
little bit.
seeing. He has a little slickness in him.
And a little bit more aggressive than his brother, as he is. It looks like he's trying to at least go for the knockout here, Ron.
It looks like. That's what it looks like. His intentions are. He's coming forward.
Now Cerna, nice left hand. He landed one finally.
Yeah, he's going for he's aiming for the chest. So all the slipping Belmonte's doing, he slipped right into the punch. When you can't hit a guy, you should aim the shots down to his chest.
So you're saying basically what he's done now, he's adjusted a little bit to where now I gotta anticipate where that head's gonna be.
Yes, exactly.
10 seconds left in the round.
Cerna is just
Come on, fans, let's talk about the last 10
Cerna
seconds.
trying to steal the round the last 10 seconds. Flurry of shots. Flurry of shots.
Woo!
Great action.
That was a good round. Very good round.
Now,
That's what I'm
do you
talking
think
about,
Cerna with the last ditch effort like that, could he have stolen that round in that last 10 seconds with that flurry? Or is that just more for us, for the crowd to get excited about?
No, it's coming from the gut. It's coming from everything you got. You know what? It's just when it comes out, it comes out.
Yeah.
And the only time they're going to stop us when the bell rings.
Now, Jawbreaker, I got to say this. Cerna looks completely gassed, but kid's got a lot of heart, man. He's putting everything out there in the ring right now. I just don't know if he has any power left in those shots in this fourth and final round.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me, and it's the last round, right?
Yes, this is the fourth and final round.
So he could gut it out and get through it. This is where you become a man in these situations.
I hear, and as far as
he's stepping out and he's ready, even though he's gassed. Much respect.
Come on, here they go, the fourth.
Do you think by the fourth round, Ron, that maybe he can finally, figure Steve out enough to land a big enough shot to get a knockdown that he probably needs right now?
Yeah, exactly, that's what he needs. And if he wants to box, he needs to box aggressively. And now that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to come forward a little bit. See that?
Again,
he needs to
Steve
put more
able to slip that
combinations
left
together.
hand and counter punch beautiful. Belmontes' timing right now, Jawbreaker, is just on point.
Yeah.
Big right hand.
Skill is really starting to show.
Absolutely. I would say the training, growing up in this situation, he's staying calm. Now, to Cerna's credit, I think he realizes I need a big round here, and he's going all out. He's going for it.
Exactly. That's exactly what he's doing. And sometimes you got to just live it all out in the ring and just give it everything you got.
I'll tell you what, Jawbreaker Belmontes is getting a little cat and mouse here, isn't he? He's you keep trying, I'm too slippery. Oh, big shot by Belmontes. That's the first
overhand right.
Overhand right.
And he's still standing, giving it back.
You think a lot of people would have gone down on that punch?
Yes.
Oh, another right.
one.
This kid has a lot of heart.
Yeah, you can tell this kid, he wants this victory. He just might be going up against just a more experienced, more elusive fighter.
Yeah.
He has his hands full tonight.
Heart plays a big role. Heart
Another
plays a
big
big
combination. You think once and if Steve goes back down to 140, that would have been a knockout shot?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think at the right weight. Oh, because it's hurting this guy.
Yeah.
He's just tough.
Yeah, Ron, you think if Steve can get himself back down to 140 where he's supposed to be, where he...
Come on, fighters, help him out.
He would have had a
Here we
knockout.
go.
Yeah, no doubt. He might feel comfortable up his weight. He's looking good right now. He's letting his hands go.
Final seconds of the fight. Both fighters giving it everything they can. Cerna, blaze of glory, final few tries there. He just having a hard time landing a flush square punch. And to Belmonte's credit, not taking a points victory, he's still swinging.
No doubt. And he's throwing. He's staying in there. He ain't moving.
Yeah. Oh, another big right hand from Belmontes, that overhand right. He's starting to time him out there, any Jawbreaker.
Great body shot.
Right hook responded to with another right there, but Cerna just ain't got the pop left, I don't think, to put Belmontes down, unfortunately, for his camp.
No, he don't. He doesn't. He needs to just lay it all out right now. Just
Here we go.
Last 10
The last 10 seconds.
You know they're going to go
Help him out.
crazy here. Big flurry by Cerna. Belmontes not backing down himself as they go toe-to-toe to end the fight.
Yeah.
That's how you end a fight, and that's how you end a fight. A little hug and respect.
That was a good round.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, that fourth and final round.
Oh, yeah, that was both going at it.
Jawbreaker, to me, I didn't see the experience as quickly as you did. What was something you saw
Show
early
some
on
love.
that said,
Come
oh,
on, fight fans.
he's
Show
got the
some
experience?
love.
Timing.
Get around the ball.
His timing. He started to time shots and slip shots when he wasn't in the very first round. So when the pace settled down, you could see subtle little moves he was making to land shots, and that's just experience.
Yeah, I would say the same thing, Ron, was that once he kind of settled in, the Belmontes just experience and timing seemed just a little too much for a very game, but maybe still up-and-coming kid.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Every fight is a stepping stone. Even if it's a win or a loss, you learn from every fight. Just, hey, I got to work on this when I go back to the gym. That's pretty much it.
And if nothing else, I think we all learned about Cerna. He's got heart. Yeah, that's something, again, you can't teach. Now, again, we're not going to count any chickens yet after the McIntyre Hogan fight. You know what I mean? I believe Belmontes took that. As experienced fighters, Ron Guerrero, what would you say?
Like I said, don't count the kids until they hatch.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a great fight. Honestly, Belmontes looked like he landed more cleaner shots on the inside. He tried to, what's his name? Sharna tried to stay toe-to-toe with him, and it just wasn't happening. Belmontes looked like he got the better half of it.
All right, well, let's see what happens. Let's see if they reward the action or the more skilled and flush punches. Let's see who gets the win here.
And now we go to the judges' scorecard for this decision. Judge Luis Escalona scores it 39-37, Steve Belmontes. Judge Lucy Rogers scores it 39-37, Robert Serna. And Judge Perez scores it 38-38, a draw. We have a split draw.
Wow! Once again, these judges are being a little bit unpredictable. Obviously, the hometown crowd not happy with that decision.
They're not being nice. These judges, I could say it could have went either way, but hey, they're judges.
Well,
that's what they get paid for.
let me say this, though, Jawbreaker. It looks like they're rewarding action. As long as you are busy, as long as you're throwing hands,
one of those before.
they're going to give you some points.